The Boy Who Invented the Wheel. 5,000 years ago, in the ancient lands of Mesopotamia, a young man named Krog groaned. He and his father, Chief Krog, strained with all their might, their muscles burning as they tried to drag a massive stone across the muddy ground. The tribe needed it for their new shelter, but progress was painfully slow. "There has to be a better way," Krog panted, wiping sweat from his brow. He looked at his friend Nala, who was trying to clear mud from the stone's path. His hands were scraped raw, and his back ached fiercely. Chief Krog overheard his son and shook his head, his expression grim. "This is how it has always been done, Krog," he said, his voice heavy with the weight of tradition. "Our ancestors moved stones this same way. It is our way." But Krog's curious mind wouldn't rest. Later that day, while gathering firewood on a hillside, he paused and looked back at his village. He watched his tribe struggle, and the feeling that there was a solution, a better way, gnawed at him. As he turned to pick up more wood, his foot accidentally knocked a large, round stone loose from the earth. Krog watched in amazement as it tumbled and rolled effortlessly down the grassy slope, moving faster and farther than he could have ever dragged it. A spark ignited in Krog's mind. He scrambled down the hill, picked up the stone, and carried it back to the top. "Nala, look!" he called excitedly to his friend who was nearby. He let the stone go, and they both watched it roll away again. "It moves by itself." A few days later, the tribe faced another challenge. A huge tree trunk had fallen, blocking the path to the river. As several strong men, including Chief Krog, pushed and pulled, Krog noticed something incredible. When they pushed the cylindrical log just right, it didn't just slide, it rolled. For a brief moment, the work became much easier. Krog's eyes widened as the two ideas, the rolling stone and the rolling log, clicked together in his mind. That night, Krog couldn't sleep. By the flickering light of the fire, he took a piece of wood and his sharpest stone tools. He worked for hours, carefully chipping, carving, and shaping the wood into a perfect, solid circle. In the morning, he brought his creation to the village elders. Old Thog, the wisest of them all, squinted at the wooden circle. "I call it a wheel," Krog announced, his voice filled with nervous hope. "Nonsense," grumbled one of the other elders, shaking his head. "A wooden circle? Rocks and logs are round by nature. Your toy is useless against a real stone." The others murmured in agreement, their faces full of doubt. But Nala stepped forward. She took the wheel from Krog, her nimble fingers tracing its edge. "It's perfectly balanced," she said, her voice clear and confident. "The shape is clever. What if you made another?" Her support gave Krog renewed courage. Nala's words sparked another idea. Not just another wheel, but two! Krog found a sturdy branch for an axle and a flat slab of wood. He worked tirelessly, drilling holes into two wheels and fitting the axle through them, attaching it all to the wooden slab. He had built the world's first cart. To test it, he loaded it with the very stones that had been so difficult to move before. He took a deep breath, placed his hands on the cart, and pushed. It moved. The cart rolled smoothly across the ground. The heavy load that usually required 6 strong men now moved easily with just Krog's strength. The entire tribe, including a stunned Chief Krog, gasped in collective wonder. A cheer erupted from the tribe. Chief Krog walked to his son, his eyes wide with amazement and pride. He placed a heavy hand on Krog's shoulder. "My son," he said, his voice filled with awe, "you have changed everything."
If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more meaningful stories.